All right, guys, busy day, busy job site. I got a lot to get you caught up on. Stick with me. All right, guys, we actually rolled into this job yesterday about noon and got a little bit of a head start on it. Good news, bad news. Bad news is the SD card in my camera took an absolute crap and I have no video of what happened yesterday. But the good news is you guys didn't miss a whole lot. Nothing really exciting happened, and I'll get you caught up to speed here really quick. But this particular job site here, we got a few things going on. The main two things is that 16 by 80 trailer that's coming off that job where we built that new driveway coming out of that. They built the new house, we built the new driveway. Captain Clean was on that job helping. You got a few videos coming out of there. It is going to go right here, and we got to build basically a 16 by 80 pad, and then we got to install a septic for the trailer, and we're going to start. We need dirt to build the pad. So he's got the homeowner's got a future pond project in mind. So basically we're going to come down over the hill here, kind of get a borrow pit next to the old pond, and get some dirt moved up the hill for the pad. And yeah, we got to fill in the pad and fill in up here around the septic. Now you guys are probably thinking, why is that septic tank sticking halfway out of the ground? And that is a very legitimate question. And we're working elevations backwards on this one. We started off with the septic field bed, which had to be elevated due to our soil conditions, and then we worked backwards to a pad elevation, then we'll work backwards to a tank elevation, then work backwards to a pad elevation. And I get this question all the time, how can we put our septic systems on top of the ground? And it is a legit question. So let's just ask Matt.
What?
Why are you putting this septic on top of the ground? Why don't you just dig a hole and put it in there?
Because the limiting layer, also known as the fragipan, also known as the water table, is at 35 inches. You have to be 30 inches above that with a system. Presby or sand line system is the only one that has a minimum requirement of 4 inches in the ground. So we are above the ground because we dug 4 inches down and then put 6 inches of sand in it. So we're 2 inches above, and then our system gets put in. This is the absorption, since our limiting layer is shallow.
And the limiting layer is the layer in the dirt that will no longer accept water.
The water goes like this until the limiting layer, and then it starts going like this, which is bad.
Especially if you don't want sewer water on the ground.
Yes. Black spots equals bad.
They also smell funny. So that is why this septic is at that elevation, which means that's why that tank's at that elevation, which means it's going to determine the height on that pad. Yes, we did come in, we bid this job, we did come out here and do the math on that, so we kind of knew what we were getting into. But filling this all in with dirt and doing this option we're doing now is still thousands of dollars cheaper than installing a pump. And last I checked, gravity don't require a whole lot of maintenance or electricity, and a pump does. So we decided this was the better route to go with this system, was to install it on these elevations and then in backfill 18-20 inches to make sure everything works. So what I'm tying into first thing this morning, Matt, is getting all of our Presby pipes latched together. We'll get those backfilled with sand, and we got to put in what they call the interceptor drain. I'm not going to cover this septic system in detail. I got several videos on my channel of doing that, but we got to put what they call the interceptor drain in. So any groundwater moving horizontally, this will intercept and evacuate over the hill before it gets to the bed, is the idea behind that. So let's do it. Tell you guys what, out of all the random attachments I've ever built, this trenching bucket has been one of the most useful ones for sure. I've dug this trench up through here, which right now is over 120 feet long, approximately 5 feet deep. In like 15-20 minutes. It would have took forever with the mini excavator to do that, and I can do it with this piece of equipment on the job site. I don't have to haul in a piece of equipment to do it. So, and then you guys see from the other videos, using it as a stump bucket, it proved its proved its keep there too. So let me know what you guys think about it. The longer I have it, the more uses I find for it. Very, very handy tool. Takes a little bit to get used to running it to get a good smooth bottom ditch, but once you get her figured out, she works beautiful. Love it. Alright, so we've almost got this daylighted out. We'll get that sock pipe in there and then we'll start backfilling everything with sand. Alright, I got our interceptor drain in and ran down over the hill. That'll actually get backfilled with sand where the bed's at, and once we get beyond the bed, it'll just be backfilled with dirt on out. Matt has got all of our pipes hooked up and is getting ready to start in on our plumbing. Get that all backfilled with sand in a little bit. While he's doing that, we're going to hop on the old D4G and we're going to strip as much topsoil as we can and save it. We're going to strip this whole area here that gets filled, so we'll have that to put back on later, and then we'll probably go down over the hill and strip the area where the where we're actually going to get the dirt from, the borrow pit. So it's always a question mark. It's always a question mark whether this thing's going to start or not. I still have not found time to figure out why the battery keeps going dead. Let's see what kind of mood she's in this morning. Come on, baby. Oh, take two. It's gonna be a good day, folks. It's gonna be a good day. this whole area stripped up here. That's basically going to be where everything needs to get filled. Now we need to go down here and strip the borrow pit. But first, the homeowner said we have to sacrifice the poor little tree. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, it's been a while since I killed it, but I just pulled it off. I'll be with you in a minute, tree. Hold on. Oh, easy now. All right, take two. Here we go. All right, homeowner said we had to sacrifice the poor little tree, so I'm sorry, buddy. They made me do it. There we go. Hard to drive the bulldozer with one hand. We're gonna do this one the easy way. And bam, there it is, guys. It's all stripped, and actually I had a little bit of time on my hands. We got a pretty good little start on the pad here. Got a little bit of dirt pushed up. Matt went and got the roller, and we are still waiting on our septic inspection. Matt's over there making a few last connections on that, but it is starting to look like something. It's starting to look like a building pad, which is good because that's what we're building. But I want to do a little experiment here. Here on this end, we probably got about an 18-inch fill. About 18 inches of dirt pushed up here, and I got a big exit roll on the ground. I know, it's official. It's really technical. So I got a laser elevation on that. I'm gonna run that roller over this thing, and we're gonna double check that elevation again. I'm just curious how much it compacts. Not that it really matters. Something random I would like to know. So we got old Trusty, old Betsy here, who shakes a lot. Let's get her fired up and see what we got. Remember how to run this thing. I need a man behind the scenes. This is like his piece of equipment. All right, quick little roll job. Let's see what the verdict is on how many inches it compacted. We're at 3, there's 4. About 2 1/4 inches.
Pretty good.
So if we didn't compact this, in theory, that means the trailer would have settled 2 1/4 inches. We still got another lift to go. Then it would have settled 3 inches. Then we got homeowners not mad at us, and it's just a bad deal, Matt. It's just a bad deal.
Agreed.
All right, guys, we're gonna switch gears for a second. We got our septic inspection. First part of it went well. We're gonna get these pipes back. Up back there. Get these pipes back filled. You guys seen before, we got those spacers down there that holds them in the proper place. I'll shake this a little bit in there. Make sure they stay in the right spot, and then Matt will leapfrog them on down. Whoop, I hit the vent pipe. Excuse me. So basically, we got to get 6 inches of sand on the side, 4 inches of sand on top, and then the rest of it can be dirt from there. It's going to be close on sand. It's going to be real close on sand. But I'll take off down through there and see where we end up at, I guess. One scoop at a time. Just don't want to drop this down in there, especially all in one spot, because it knocks that spacing off on the pipes, which that bed's on a slope, so that's pretty important. Just kind of take and shake a little bit in there, here and there, kind of hold everything together. Once you got everything held together, that's when you can come back to that next bucket and really cap it all off. I don't know why I spun this way, but I did. Somebody's got a comment, probably be faster with the skid steer. Well, guess what? You're right, it probably would be, but guess what's not on the job, and guess what is on the job? That's right. Captain Cleveland's on another job today, hopefully making me some money and not breaking any mirrors with the skid steer. So we're gonna use what we got. On that backside. All right, you guys get it. All right, guys, there she is, all covered in sand. Isn't she beautiful? Just beautiful. So beautiful, you almost hate to cover it up, but kind of essential to cover it up. And the best part is, check out how much sand we have left over. That's maybe 2 wheelbarrows. Matt blames it on good math. I blame it on good excavator operator. But either way, we made it. So we still need to put fabric on top of this. But we're going to switch gears here for a little bit and go back to hauling dirt. The dirt, I've decided it's too far down over the hill to push up with the dozer, because it's getting farther away that way, and we got to come farther this way. So we're going to switch over to trucking it is the plan. Matt just backed into something over there. Not sure what he hit, but he hit something. Must have been a dirt clod, he ran over it. So we're going to switch over to trucking and get 15-20 loads up here and kind of see where they go. We did check elevation between that pad and our tank, and our pad needs to come up about 8 more inches to get our proper drainage, which is exactly where we wanted it to be. So I don't know how we got lucky and worked all that out, but it's nice when a plan comes together. I should probably shut up and stop jinxing myself, because something's going to go horribly wrong. But let's go load some dirt. guys, sitting here loading trucks. Let me pick your guys' brain for a second. I've tossed around the idea of getting me an off-road articulated dump truck, but a job like this, it would definitely be handy and it'd be a lot easier on the truck. But here's my struggle I have with it. Is, for example, if we were short on sand up there, I could just hop in this truck right here, run 12 miles down the road to Mauser's and get a load of sand. I can't do that with an articulated truck. The other thing is like hauling into the job. Whenever this truck come to the job, it had a trailer behind it, and it actually brought a piece of equipment with it. So it saved me a trip. Did an articulated truck, well, then I got to actually haul the truck into the job, which I know some bigger jobs it would probably justify it, but a smaller job like this, I don't know if it's worth the extra trip and the extra expense of hauling one of those in here. Then of course on top of that, you got a whole other piece of equipment, because it's not going to replace this truck, because it can't go up and down the road like this truck does. For example, like them jobs in town putting in the retaining wall in, well, I can't run that articulated truck through town. I got to run a dump truck through town. Now on the flip side of that, I do know there is some major advantages. One, being 6-wheel drive, there's going to be days and jobs I could work with that truck that this truck here couldn't even think about doing. This truck here off-road, I get about 15 ton on it. I'd say I could probably double that with an articulated truck, get close to 30 ton on it, depending on the size of truck I get. What's really got me thinking about it is I got some winter clearing jobs coming up, and we got to haul and truck some stumps and may have to move quite a bit of dirt across the field. I'm thinking if I had one of those articulated trucks, I could probably work a few days where this truck here couldn't work. But I don't know. I know it'd be handy. I just don't know if I'd use it enough to justify the cost of it. Of course, it's one of those things. I'm sure once I got it, I would probably use it. So, just curious what you guys' thoughts are. And I know like Top Notch Excavating and Let's Dig and all those guys, they got them and use the heck out of them. So, probably something I need to look at. I've considered it for a while. That's a full load. Busy talking. Considered it for a while, but maybe time to pull the trigger on home. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious what you guys do and what your thoughts are on it. That old girl's nothing special, but she's built like a tank. Man, she sure holds together on jobs like this. I'll give her that. It's not an articulated truck, but it's the next best thing. That's what I'm gonna go with. First couple loads out of a borrow pit always just, it just kind of sucked getting everything set up. But I set up around top, got me a little bit of a notch in here. I'm gonna take the dozer, clean this up real quick, then I'll actually set up there and let the truck back in here, and we'll start in here going that way. So the race is on. Can we get it cleaned up before Matt gets back? All right, that should work a lot nicer. We'll get Matt back right in here. I got a bench up here I can set on nice and level. We'll go back to loading. Wrong bench. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you going? Go down the hill.
I see that. Thank you.
Build that nice new road, and you go parking my way. Truck drivers, I swear. There you go, bring her on back. So anytime you can get that truck lower than what you're sitting, it does a couple things. The main thing it does is it makes you way more efficient. I don't have to move this bucket near as far one position I'm sitting in. I only got to swing 90 degrees at the most, where before I was swinging almost 180. And that's a little bit depending on how your pit's set up. But the other thing is no matter what, I don't have to raise the boom as high to get up over the truck. The other thing is it's just a lot safer because you can see so much better. You can see in the truck, you can see up around. Your visibility is just greatly improved now. Where I'm sitting at, I also took the dozer and leveled that off. The main reason I did that is it just makes it a lot easier on the machine. If that turntable's sitting level, the swing gear and all that good stuff's not working near as hard to go left and right. It's a lot more comfortable to sit here and operate because I'm nice and solid. And the other thing is I start digging this bench back here, it'll be a lot easier to carry grade on the bottom of that bench if I'm sitting level myself. I got a good reference marker where I need to be. So it's definitely worth your time if you're going to haul more than probably 15 or 20 truckloads out of a borrow pit. Taking the time to actually set it up right to where you can get in and out and be efficient. This short haul here, I don't know if I can keep up with 2 trucks. Each cycle's pretty quick. We're not going real far. But if you had a couple trucks, the next thing you need to consider is having a loop around entrance, which is kind of what we had on that big pole barn job down there in Rome. We had 2 trucks running, and one could just pull right in behind the other and keep running circles. Where with this setup, one truck would have to wait on the other truck. It's not the end of the world, but it does kill time. Whenever you're loading trucks every 2.5 to 3 minutes, it takes 2 minutes for a truck to back in. You know, that's 3/4 of a truck you've got to have loaded while you're waiting on one to get into position. So you got to take that into consideration too. Hopefully that all makes sense. I think this is load number 6 out of here. Let's put one more on for good measure. That should be the trick. Off it goes. He can't shift gears, so he just keeps it in one gear and goes, which I guess is fine, because all the farther he's going is right there. But let me rephrase that. He can shift, but it's all uphill, but every time he tries, he misses, which is a difficult attempt, a difficult maneuver. We'll give him credit on that. So, all right, back him in, let him up. Let's do this. All right, guys, we finally hit a rhythm here. Matt's getting the hang of the truck. Got the borrow pit set up. We are cranking them out. That is good right there, sir. I'm gonna throw you guys on the truck and throw you guys on the truck, let you ride around up there. Take care of my people. I'm gonna set them up on top.
Oh, yay.
right, so here's what I was thinking. I got Matt set up here to where he can load himself, and I figured this would be a great opportunity for him to get a little bit of experience. I can hop on the dozer and go up there and start leveling some stuff out. And then I started watching Matt run the excavator, and I thought, you know what, this could be an opportunity for a good video. But I gave him a few pointers. He's getting her figured out. He's getting her figured out. I think he'll be fine. So we're gonna hop on the dozer. Go up over the hill, bust out the piles. He's already hauled up there. There's still one little bitty spot up there I can get to push a little bit more dirt up around that pad. That pad's about 10 inches low across the board. So, oh, that's it. Going dangerous. Let's go beside the dam. Hang on. Here we go. Woohoo! I know it probably don't look that steep on camera, but trust me, it is. Ain't it? There goes Matt with his first load. It won't look too shabby. We'll give him a little bit of credit on that. I was loading trucks in about 3 minutes flat. They're doing about 4 minutes and 45 seconds, but I'll get the hang of it. The only way you learn is experience. You need experience. You gotta get experience. All right. Back to work. We got piles to knock out. Oop, that's the throwaway. There we go. I think that's about 9 or 10 loads. They made a pretty good dent in what we needed to in that front yard. I'm gonna slide down over the hill here. We got a little bit of a knot back here. I can still take the dozer and push that up on this pad. Matt seems to be doing pretty good on his own, so I'm gonna leave him go. Do my thing. All right, guys, Matt's already shut down the track over for the evening, and I am on major E. I can only mean one thing. Must be quitting time. We got quite a bit down. Let me show you. So this is what we're going to end the day at. We got the trailer pad, let's call it 2 grade. It's not officially on grade. Matt's going to check it here real quick. But tomorrow we'll get this thing compacted real good, and then we'll come in here and actually run grade on it and make sure she's right. Borrow pit's holding out pretty good. I don't know why they call it a borrow pit. It's not like we're going to put the dirt back. It's more like a stealing pit. So our stealing pit's turning out pretty good. Looks like our dirt's going to hold out. We're going to have about the right amount. I'd say we're probably 15 to 20 truckloads short up here to get our septic pulled up. But we're going to show up tomorrow, hit her hard, hope we get her done. We got a bunch of, today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. We got a bunch of rain. We got a tropical storm coming through Saturday. So we'll bring the skid steer, the power rake, the ruckus rake with us tomorrow. And go at it like a bunch of madmen, see what happens. So
Head on, 1.5 inch low.
I told you it's high over there.
I feel myself raising.
Oh,
You're high, Mike.
I'm not high, I'm dead on.
Not literally high, but
Drives you crazy. Oh my goodness. That, oh, get out of here. Get out of here. That thing beeped the whole distance. Dead solid.
I can't deny that one.
Hey, Jerry may not be the only one without a good eye. All right, we're gonna wrap it up on that one, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one.